Right now to some breaking news overnight. In the U.S.-led fight to destroy ISIS, the terror group releasing a Hollywood-like propaganda video threatening U.S. troops and the White House. It comes amid a new concern.
Oh, Hollywood-type propaganda video. Yeah, you don't mean like the 3 beheading Hollywood-type propaganda videos, do you?
That ground forces may be necessary to stamp out the militants. Andrea Mitchell is NBC's chief foreign affairs correspondent. Andrea, good morning.
Andrea Mitchell's chief foreign affairs, chief liar, right here.
Good morning, Hoda. That slick new ISIS propaganda video appears to be
slick new ISIS propaganda. See how they come out straight out with it and keep calling it propaganda? Now they're just throwing out the word here like it's nothing, saying it's their propaganda, but we all know it's really your own government's propaganda. It's your own CIA and various alphabet agencies, also MI6 and Israeli intelligence Mossad. Make no mistake, Israeli intelligence, Mossad, and the U.S. government, CIA and MI6, all together creating ISIS and perpetuating this fake boogeyman ISIS that they are controlling, that they are funding, etc., etc. Most of you guys know this, but for those of you new to this, ISIS is Al-QAEDA 2.0, Boogeyman 2.0. It's just another path to World War III. All of the global elites, your government, the people controlling your government, behind the scenes, behind the curtains, pulling the strings, the banker elites, all of these entities all want World War III, and they failed with the Syria-Assad chemical weapons attack. And all ISIS is another attempt at World War III, another path, another road to World War III. Keep that in mind. Don't ever forget that. Let's continue this.
Possibly a response to President Obama's recent speech, even as the nation's top military advisor has opened the door for the first time to the possibility of using American boots on the ground. And the president is at CENTCOM today in Florida to be briefed on the war plans. The new propaganda video from the ISIS publicity machine looks like a declaration of war from ISIS against the U.S. It shows clips of previous attacks on U.S. forces, a quick picture of the White House, and then flames.
All coming from CIA/Mossad editing studio right here.
Engulfing edited pictures of U.S. troops. Perhaps by coincidence, the video was released only a few hours after Joint Chiefs Chairman Martin Dempsey told Congress that if the president's new strategy of training Iraqi forces does not work, he would recommend that the president use American ground troops against ISIS.
If we reach the point where I believe our advisors should accompany Iraq troops on attacks against specific ISIL targets, I'll recommend that to the president. And if there are threats to the United States, then I, of course, would go back to the president and make a recommendation that may include the use of U.S. military ground forces.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, you traitor.
But the president has repeatedly said he would not order boots on the ground. So the White House immediately pushed back, saying that...
And by the way, the reason Obama is acting like he's not ready for ground troops is because there's more to come within this whole PSYOP campaign with ISIS. Maybe false flags, maybe something else is still coming that's going to allow Obama to easily say, all right, more troops on the ground. Just wait, it's coming.
Dempsey was speaking only hypothetically. Under pressure from the White House, later Dempsey's spokesman said American combat forces are not required now. But he then repeated that if the situation calls for combat troops, the general will be asking for them.
If the situation calls, you see?
Hoda?
All right, Andrea Mitchell. Andrea, thank you so much.
So here we go. It's just pathetic. Another fake video from the same entities. CIA, Mossad, MI6, all of these alphabet agencies are putting out these videos, people, with your 3 fake beheadings. Remember the fake beheadings? The first one, Foley, admittedly fake. I'll leave a link again. I'll keep saying the same thing every ISIS video, and I'll keep posing the same question to those of you who still don't get it. Check out the links. Do some research for yourself. Take responsibility for yourself to learn the truth. There are thousands of people out there trying to put the truth out, like I am, and trying to counter the US media propaganda. Okay, guys? The TV news is trying to set you up and play you for a fool. They're trying to lead you down the road to World War III. They are trying to start World War III. Remember Syria, Assad, chemical weapons. They failed because everyone was onto them. Everyone knew that Al-QAEDA is CIA. That's common knowledge now. So what happens? You change the name up, you create a new boogeyman, and everyone forgets. Because that's the mindset of the American people. They have the short attention span. And they know this. They know how to play with our minds. They know how the mind works. Okay, and they utilize this knowledge to fool us and manipulate us and to tug at our heartstrings to go along with whatever they want to do. and turn off your TV. It's quite that simple. So again, the first fake Foley video was admittedly fake. I'll leave a link again. You guys can read it again. Can't reiterate this enough. They admitted the first Foley video was staged. Fake. You know why? Because everyone on the internet exposed it as fake, so they came out and admitted it. And then what happened? 2 following fake beheadings, right? But this time they want us to believe those are real. So ISIS would stage and fake a first beheading, but then the following 2 are real. If you're new to this information, yeah, that's what happened. Okay, admittedly, I'll leave a link again. UK Times put this out right here. Check out this video by Press Reset Earth. ISIS John Cantlie and Flames of War videos are fake. Western funded hoax propaganda productions. Proof. Yes. Spot on, man. You see, other people like Press Reset Earth and I and thousands of others are trying to get the truth out for you. Alright, so you can turn off your TV, so you can wake yourself up and others. So we don't follow them down this road of World War III, because that's all these elites care about, is their own geopolitical agenda and starting World War III. So again, I pose to you this question for those of you new to this. Why would ISIS fake a first beheading, okay, fake it, stage it, and then put out 2 real ones, and then the following 2 are real? Right? So the first one is fake, but oh, it's okay, don't worry, he was killed off camera. Answer me that. Answer me the logic in that. So, can't reiterate this enough. First Foley video, fake, admittedly. Second, Sotloff video, fake again, but also worthy of note, it was found by a group connected to Homeland Security and responsible for releasing the fake Osama bin Laden video. Yeah, they're called Site Intelligence. Okay, this intelligence asset specializes in war on terror propaganda. How do you know that? Well, they released the fake Osama bin Laden video that produced this. Yeah, and it was exposed 100% as being fake. This is what they presented to the world on CNN, Fox News, your mainstream media, to millions of people, that this was a real bin Laden on video. And guess what? It was an imposter. Yeah. Surprise, surprise, your government lied to you. Yeah, the whole bin Laden war on terror, Al-QAEDA, was a big scam. So you're going to buy this ISIS bullcrap even though they've already lied to you on the biggest hoax ever, Al-QAEDA and bin Laden? How logical is that? How brain dead are you? Oh, it's okay, ISIS is a new group. They lied about Al-QAEDA, bin Laden, that's okay. It's a new group. Let's move on. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. You want to give your government the benefit of the doubt after lying to you on such an unimaginable level. Hey, good luck with that, you know? But this is the group right here, Site Intelligence. Search for international terrorist entities. Okay? The founder, Rita Katz. Who is this founder? Let's take a look here. Rita Katz. Okay, she's the founder of this intelligence group. The director and co-founder of Site Intelligence Group has studied, tracked, and analyzed international terrorists, the global jihadist network, and terrorism financing for more than a decade. Interesting to note, her father was executed in Iraq as an Israeli spy. But this fact suggests, yes, a connection to Israeli intelligence, absolutely. And the connection to Israel and Israeli intelligence runs deep. Is it just a coincidence, again, that Mossad, Israeli intelligence, is known unofficially as Israeli Secret Intelligence Service, or ISIS? Again, another ISIS coincidence. Yes, I'm going to show you this video right here. It is quite telling from a Mossad agent themselves that ISIS is Israeli Secret Intelligence Service. Wow, you don't say. ISIS, what are the odds? Let's check out this article here. The Cult of ISIS. This is incredible here. Check this out. A nephew of the late philosopher Isaiah Berlin and the great-grandson of a famous general from Berlin met yesterday in Brussels to discuss the common threats facing Israel, Germany, and 18 other countries that are members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. The great-grandson is Gerhard von Moltke, Germany's ambassador to NATO and formerly the political deputy, a position reserved for the German representative of the Alliance Secretary General. The nephew is Ephraim Halevi, the head of the Mossad, okay, Israel's espionage agency, or as he is usually introduced in English, the chief of the ISIS, Israel Secret Intelligence Service. SIS is the official name of MI6, the British version of Mossad. Halevi. Let's know his name. Ephraim Halevi. Okay? Look him up right here. Right here. Is a lawyer and Israeli intelligence expert. He was the 9th director of Mossad and the 4th head of the Israeli National Security Council. Here's the scumbag right here. Okay? It's right there. ISIS, Israel Secret Intelligence Service. Just like the private U.S. military contractor, U.S. based, United States based contractor called ISIS. Are you kidding me, people? Let's look at this again. You can't cover this enough, guys. We can't expose this enough. Clients, right? Contract, supported organization. Okay. Multinational forces, Iraq. Theater-wide security services, Department of Defense. Iraq. Take a look at all of this for yourself, people. Contract, supported organization, client. Look into Syria chemical attacks. Go ahead, type in Syria chemical attacks exposed. Syria chemical attacks fraud. Because they were funding Al-QAEDA. ISIS is also CIA, but they're also Mossad and MI6. And of course, Mossad, Israeli intelligence, was also a key player behind 9/11. If you don't know that, look up 5 dancing Israelis. 5 dancing Israelis. Mossad was behind 9/11, and I admit myself, I haven't done a good job at naming these other entities and alphabet agencies like Mossad, who is a key player here. And so we need to, those of us who are putting out videos on this, us video creators and uploaders, we need to remember Mossad, Israeli intelligence is heavily involved with this, just like in 9/11. So let's not forget that. All the links below, guys, to research. Don't fall for this World War III plan.
Let's go back to the beginning and get the basics on the table. How many people in Israel are involved in intelligence activities?
Well, it's a state secret. Nobody would tell you exactly. But we believe that there are more than 10,000 people involved directly, employed directly by the various branches of the Israeli intelligence, mainly the military intelligence. One has to remember that the military intelligence, Amman, is the largest and the most important intelligence organization in Israel, okay, and before the Mossad.
Before you get to that, I want to show the audience that how these different organizations are spelled and explain them each, because there are 3 major intelligence gathering organizations in Israel. You start with the Mossad. What is it?
Mossad means institute, by the way, and this is an institute for intelligence and special operations. So the Mossad is the foreign espionage arm. Compare it to the CIA.
All right, go down here to the
next one is Amman, right? Military intelligence, it's an acronym, so it's the intelligence arm of the armed forces. As Yossi was saying, it in fact is the largest and most important. And then it says Shin Bet, 2 Hebrew letters, initials for security services. That's the domestic agency, the equivalent of the FBI.
Which one of the 3 is the most important?
Oh, it would be Amman, the military intelligence. Nothing is more important than you're watching your Arab neighbors for actual movements of troops, how many tanks they have, where are the aircraft. All these other missions that we described are fascinating. And even getting, thousands of Jews into the country is vital. But war, having a sign that war is coming, that's the key, and that's Amman's job.
Which is the second most important?
The Mossad. The problem with Amman, with the military intelligence, is that it lives in the shadow of the flamboyant Mossad. It can be compared to the same problem which is facing United States National Security Agency, NSA. It is the largest, the most important agency in the intelligence community. Yet, the most famous one, which gets media attention is the CIA. The same is in Israel. The Mossad has become sort of epitomizing the Israeli intelligence. But the most important agency is military intelligence. Mossad comes second, and then you have Shin Bet, the Israeli equivalent to the FBI, in charge of fighting terrorism, counter-terrorism, subversion, trying to foil plots against the state of Israel, political plots and others.
You tell the story about how you tried to find out what they call the Mossad when they deal with publicly?
I thought it was a reasonable question, but the trouble is you can't pick up the phone book. There's no Langley in Israel that you can look up, CIA, or in our case, the Mossad. We thought we should ask, what shall we call it in English? You can translate the Hebrew words, as I said, Mossad is institute, but when they write a letter to their friends in the CIA or the British intelligence, what do they call themselves? It took a while. It was a matter of asking the Prime Minister's spokesman. The best you could do, because officially the Mossad is under the Prime Minister's office. And I think he sort of wondered why you want to know and all that, so we explained. And he came up with the Israeli Secret Intelligence Service. I mean, if it were to have initials, it would be ISIS. Just simple words like that.